Hot Talk 560 KSFO.
George Zimmerman is ready to sue somebody. This is the Michael Savage Show. I'm Larry O'Connor in for Michael Savage, the Savage Nation. George Zimmerman ready to sue. He's going to sue NBC and the reporters. You remember this? Do you remember how they doctored his 911 call? Do you remember how NBC News on the Today Show and on their website, they put out there that George Zimmerman, when calling in to 911, said to the call dispatcher, "This guy looks like he's up to no good. I think he's black." That's what NBC News told their viewers in the middle of this very heated, very racially charged story that the president chimed in on, and the dirty little cousins for NBC News over there at MSNBC. Oh, it was wall to wall over there. They had a little graphic in the corner there over on MSNBC that said "Justice for Trayvon." Do you remember that? Al Sharpton, when he wasn't doing his television show on MSNBC, he was leading marches down in Florida against this George Zimmerman guy. And so the mothership, NBC News, they're following suit. And they tell their viewers that George Zimmerman said, "This guy looks like he's up to no good. I think he's black." Well, it turns out, and as these things usually get uncovered, websites did it, the internet did it, media watchdogs, no, not Howard Kurtz, not Media Matters, not people that only are watchdogs for their own purposes and for their own ideology, people who are actually looking at the facts of this story. They exposed that NBC News edited that 911 call. Have you ever called 911? Have you ever called to report a crime or something? The dispatcher, their job is to get as much information as they can about the incident and then send the cops out. Now, if you're calling about a suspicious character in your neighborhood, like George Zimmerman was, then the dispatcher presumably is going to send cops out to try to find this suspicious character, to talk to them and find out if they're up to no good. So what does the dispatcher do? The dispatcher asks questions and asks the person to describe the guy. The actual 911 call that George Zimmerman made, he said, "This guy looks like he's up to no good." And then the 911 dispatcher asks him, "Can you describe him? What's his race? Is he a white guy, a black guy, Hispanic?" And George Zimmerman, the white Hispanic, according to the New York Times, says he looks like he's black. Do we think that question that the dispatcher asked, do we think that puts George Zimmerman's words a little bit more in context? And even better, do we think it was just an accident? That the question was removed from inside the tape. It was removed so that Zimmerman's words can be put together as if it's one thought. He looks like he's up to no good. He looks like he's black. Presented as one complete, connected thought by NBC News, instead of what it really was. He looks like he's up to no good. Oh, can you describe him? Is he white? Is he black? Is he Hispanic? He looks like he's black. George Zimmerman suing. George Zimmerman suing NBC News and the individuals involved. This story up at michaelsavage.com. Good. Sue. Could it have been an accident? Could it be that a producer just said, we only have, 11 seconds in this segment. We got to play the 911 call, but we don't have time to play the whole thing. Just give me some of it. Could it be an accident? Some junior editor, some sound engineer just tried to shorten it a little bit? Was it an innocent mistake? Or is there something else going on here? Is it possible that this was an innocent mistake? I can't even say it with a straight face. 855-400-SAVAGE, 855-400-7282.